Hello there, it's Sean, and welcome to the live premiere of Laws of Close. If you're watching this premiere live with us right now, give me a hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay in the comments as well. Let me know who you are, where you're from, where you're currently tuning in from, and what is your story? What is your journey? What have you tried so far? And what's working out for you? What are you currently experiencing? This section of YouTube, we are all closers. This section of YouTube, we are all apartment setters. This section of YouTube, we're all business owners, and I know we are here to study, we are here to understand, and we are here to learn. So over the last few series of videos I've done, I feel like more and more I'm understanding you, my audience, with you watching this right now. I get the feeling that you're here to study and have a deeper, more thorough understanding of what am I going to experience when I join remote closing, and what do I have to be aware of. And I've heard a lot of feedback, like a lot of people selling closer programs. They're out to make money, and I can understand that because I sell courses as well. And you guys don't feel that they're putting in as much effort into the quality because they are focused on making money from their courses. And then when we buy their courses, we don't feel secure as to, because investing is fine. I mean, I have bought so many things from so many people as well, and I've sold so many things for so many people as well, including my own program, services, and offers. So I don't think selling is the issue. It's more of getting a clear understanding of what am I investing into. Because when we pursue personal development, when we pursue mindset, when we pursue closing, when we build our own businesses, down the road, we invest in softwares, in coaches, in mentors. So I don't think that is the problem. I think it's important to get a clear understanding of what are we investing into. So the purpose of this training is twofold. The first one, I really want to talk about laws. I have so much to talk about it today. And the second one, because previously I've already done a series of free trainings, and I'm not going to repeat those things that I've covered, because if you want to know things like my story, what I've been through, what I've done over the last 5 years, who am I? If you're new to my work, you should go check it out. Okay, if you are a apartment setter, if you are a closer, if you're an apartment setter or you are a business owner and you want to learn how to book more high quality calls for yourself and your business, this is the training for you. So what do? You go over to SeanSena.tv, that's my YouTube channel, and you sort based on which one's the most popular, and immediately you're going to see videos 3 and 4. Okay, one's for setting, one's for closing. This is the one for setting. Okay, and this is the one for closing. So inside, my story, my background, what I've done, what I've been through, my students' results, my results, the whole 5-year process is all documented here. So I won't be repeating those things that I've already covered here. Be sure to check them out if you are new to my work, because I know that based on the last few videos that some of you guys have watched, you guys were like, okay, so these are the free stuff, and it's great, and I learn a lot, and it allows me to get to know and understand you. And if I want more help, what's the deal? So I want to be very transparent with what are my free stuff and what are my paid stuff. And if you do want to work with me down the road, what are your options? Okay, so most trainings are gonna put their pitch at the end. I'm gonna go ahead and start with my pitch first, if that's fine, and then I'll do the rest of the training. So your options are to either do this entire career on your own, okay, all the way on your own, okay, or you can get my paid stuff and study at your own pace, at your own time, self-study. Okay, you get my paid stuff, and then you pace yourself and you study and apply at your own time. Okay, this is great if you're currently in a 9 to 5 and you don't have that capacity to be all out, fully intense like I was 5 years ago. Then you can get my paid courses. I'm gonna walk you through them in a bit, okay? And then after work, okay, if you have the time, you consistently block the time out to study, to implement, and to apply. If you are at a point where, no, I want to work with you, Sean, I want to do one-on-one, I want to go to your group coaching, I want to be with you, I want to learn from you, I want your best stuff, okay, then you get direct mentorship with me. Okay, so who did direct mentorship with me? This is Daniel, and his process I want to share because it mirrors what a lot of us are going through. Okay, here he says, "Hey Sean, thanks for helping me since last year. My life was a mess. I was in debt. I was achieving nothing, and I joined, okay, one of those programs, and it didn't work. So now I'm skeptical, but then I got the bundle initially, and then he upgraded to do one-on-one with me. Okay, so the process, okay, he landed an influencer, he learned how to book calls, and he learned how to close. Okay, and then this one, he actually closed a 25k, okay, USD mastermind offer, and I'm so happy for him because if you don't know his story in the beginning, he's like a lot of us, stuck, frustrated, overwhelmed, and then there's no one we can talk to. There's no one we can go to. So he found me and then he texted me and then we talked. Okay. And I listened to him and I understood what he was going through. So I offered my best help possible and he took it. And the thing I want to focus on today is not so much about him branding himself well. It's not so much about him landing a great opportunity. He's currently in two. He's currently in two teams. Okay, it's not even about how he was able to close a 25k USD mastermind offer, because by the time these things happen, a lot has already been established. These are the wins you want. These are the wins you're here for, right? You're taking your time to study my video because these are the wins you want. And it's really important to understand that by the time this happens, a lot of things have been established. And every time a closer comes to me, like Daniel, and then they're like, I got this problem and I need help with this and I'm not getting the results I want and I don't know who to trust. The first thing I check, okay, is the pillars that I'm about to cover today. Do you have them? Do you really have them? Or are you just chasing, throwing everything you can on the wall and see what sticks? And you don't have a plan. You don't understand what are the core pillars to build. Okay, of course, those like short-term dabblers, they come and go, they come and go, they come and go every season for the last 5 years. They dabble, come and go, dabble, come and go, dabble, come and go. Okay, I'm not talking about those guys. Like if you are here to build a career as a apartment seller, okay, or for your business, and you want to close sales for other people, or want to close sales for yourself, all these done remotely, it's high ticket, and you want to go the distance, okay, and repeat this again and again and again, you need to establish core pillars. Okay, what's the first one? The first one you need to establish is to be really clear. Really clear. From a logical perspective and from an emotional perspective, both. Okay, and don't compare. Okay, don't think of other people. Don't look at other people. You look into yourself. Okay, you look at yourself, just yourself. What is success to you? You can, depending on when you're watching this, you can pause this and really take a moment to think about it, because I didn't know what was my definition of success. I look at other people and then I compare and then I start chasing. And then whether I get it, whether I don't get it, at the end it's like, for what? Why do I want those things? I wasn't even clear. So when I did this exercise 5 years ago, and I really sat down and I think about it, I'll share mine with you, okay? But if you're watching this and you have a chance to pause this, I would really just take a short pause and really think about what success means to you. Because when I sat down and I thought about it, okay, my definition is, first of all, a happy, healthy, complete family where everyone that I love and care about is complete and they are happy and they're healthy. I'm happy, okay? And there are people making millions. There are people making six figures. Okay, at the time, my goal that I set for myself is if I want to make 20K a month and I keep 19K, okay, I'm a happy man. Because it's not about how much you make and then you don't have the time and you're burnt out and you no longer have capacity. Okay, I want a lean business. I want a lean team, as lean as possible and as low overhead as possible. So when I close high ticket sales and I just pay for my software, I pay for rent, I pay for food, that's it. The rest of it is mine to keep, and then I can reinvest it, I can advance my brand, my business. And another thing is after all of this, when I have the time to pursue my passions, like right now I can fence 3-4 times a week. I can train 3-4 times a week. I have time to meditate. I have time to take care of my health. I have time to sleep. To me, this is a life that is very complete and I'm happy and secure enough with it. So as long as these things are running, money is coming in and I'm closing for my dream influencer. I'm getting calls every day. I'll share a screenshot in a moment. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, I don't look at other entrepreneurs. I don't look at other closers and then what are they doing and am I as good as them? Like all these things are secure. I sleep peacefully. That's good enough. That's great. That's perfect. Okay. Now, that's the emotional part of me, right? Because once my emotional needs are met, I'm a happy man. But exactly what are your numbers, okay, based on that definition? When people like Daniel, when they first come to me, the first question I ask, okay, where are we going? Because if we don't even know where are we going, what's going to satisfy us emotionally and logically? If the clarity isn't even there, if you haven't already done so, you should really pause right now and I'll give you 5 seconds right now. Take a piece of paper and really just write out your thoughts. Okay? Because once you're clear emotionally, okay, then where are we going? Okay, and of course, I don't mean to say that success is only money, money, money. That's not what I'm saying, okay? The indicators that you want to use is completely up to you, okay? Because the way I see it, this is energy. This is energy. This is energy. Okay, this is energy. This is energy. This is all energy that we have, we build, we give it out, and then it's coming back. So if anything, this is just an indicator of that energy. So this year, what's the energy like? What's the plan? If this year is a 6 figures, 100K, then each month, that's 8333. Then in a week, okay, that's 2K plus, 3K. And in a day, what's that number? So to hit the number, in a remote business, in your closing, in your setting, how many people must you touch? Like touch them in a quality way. When you connect, when you introduce yourself, when they see your brand, when they get to know you, how many a day? Is it 5? Is it 7? What's your number? And when you really hit that number, you really bring them on a call. You bring 2 on a call. You bring 3 on a call for the whole week, for the whole month, for the whole year. What's your closing rate? Okay, because if these numbers are not established, like logically, these numbers is the goal. Emotionally, this definition is the goal. Then we know where we are going. So when closers come to me and I ask them, where are we going? Most of the time, they don't really have an idea. They don't want to think about it. Because once you think about it, it's intimidating. Once you think about it, you have to embrace your own power. Once you think about it, you have to face yourself. And then what? But if you don't do it, time passes you by, and then you're going in circles, you're in your comfort zone. If you ask me, I rather face myself. I rather face my goals. I don't want to circle around. Okay? So when we don't circle around and we are clear on what we want, then what's next? The laws, okay, is what's next. Time is still going to pass anyway. Okay? The time is going to pass. And if you don't want to be stagnant, like a straight line here, okay, you need to have mastery. And mastery is not buying courses. Mastery is not copying stuff. Mastery is not dabbling. When you commit to something, okay, like this is a very boring video. When you go to YouTube, there's so many things that you can see. And here you are, okay, on a Friday, on a Saturday, or whatever day you're watching this, you're taking the time to commit to studying this video. You're taking notes. You're sending me your thoughts. You're sending me your questions. Like, this is a commitment. And if you want to leave your 9 to 5 and have the ability to do your business, your closing on your own terms, you absolutely need to have this commitment to your mastery. The dabblers that come and go is because they have no commitment. Okay, natural selection, they just weed themselves out. Every season, every batch, they just weed themselves out. They have no commitment whatsoever. Okay, and they absolutely deserve to be eliminated. Why I didn't get eliminated? Because I'm always committing to this. Okay, and today I want to talk about the 4 laws. Okay, the 4 pillars, the 4 core things that we absolutely need to commit to. And I put 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, but the sequence, it really doesn't matter. All 4 needs to have balance. All 4 needs to be established concurrently. So there's no fixed sequence. You might be good at one of it. You might be weak in one of it. Okay, you might take some time. Maybe 1 or 2 you get really fast. And then 3 and 4, it takes a little bit of time for you to get it. But it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, when this has happened, okay, and I've seen this happen so many times for myself, for my students. Okay, they stuck for a while and then this happens. They stuck for a while and then this happens. By the time this happens, you're already strong in all 4. You're already balanced in all 4. And it absolutely needs to happen. If it doesn't happen, it's because one of this is missing. So please, okay, don't make the mistake of arguing or debating like 1 is more important than 2, and I don't agree with 3, and 4 is the best. Okay, you don't have time to go and, if you have the time to argue and debate about this, you have a lot more time to do the more important things. Okay, so what I want from you, what I want to see is balance. And the 4 pillars I'm going to talk about right now. Okay, self-sufficiency, brand, decision, and paradigm. Okay, you have to check and really do an honest self-assessment for yourself. After I teach these things, okay, do an honest self-assessment for yourself. Okay, I start with decision first. I talk about decision first, okay? When we talk about the decision, like me, okay, me as a prospect, my decision to get on a call with you. You are the closer, you are the business owner, you are the apartment seller. Okay, I'm the prospect. I make a decision to reply to your message. I make a decision to even see who is texting me. It's you are texting me. I make a decision after I chat with you to say, yeah, I will get on a call with you. On the call, I make a decision to say, you know what, the process that you've just shared with me, okay, it makes absolute sense. And I like your process. I like what I've seen and I want it. here's my decision to work with you, to invest in myself through you. Okay, what is this? This is a series of decisions. Right from the beginning, okay, even when your marketing, your content, your brand, it hits me, I already make the decision to take notice. I already make the decision to reply to your message. Okay, it's a series of decisions. Then, once I make the decision to get on a call with you, or what's that? Oh, appointment setting. Once I get on that call, what's that? Oh, sales call. Okay, through the call, again, it is a series of decisions from the time I choose to say, I think I vibe with you. I think you're someone I can connect with. I think you're someone I want to share my background with. I think you're someone I've decided to talk to you about what I really want to achieve as my goals. I think I've decided that I really want to tell you the pains that I'm currently going through. And I think it's time to really talk about what's been causing all this pain, the root causes. And because you asked me, I think it's really time to talk about what's going to happen if I don't do something about this. Do I have to go back to a job? Will I live the next few years in circles and never realize my full potential? Am I going to work and slog for another person and then I'm forever stuck under these income ceilings while my friends go on and close, while my friends go on and do business, and I'm still stuck in my cubicle? That's not what I want. So when you summarize the whole call and you ask me, Sean, why do you want to do this? Why do we need to do this now? Of course I absolutely need to do this. Okay, so it's a series of decisions to say, yeah, this is where I need to be. Okay, and then when I turn around and I say, okay, so you've sold me on the decision to face myself. But then, what is your process? What is your thing? Like, yeah, I do want to work with you, but what is your thing? Okay, so as an example, okay, this is my thing. Okay, I don't want to use another company's one because I've signed like NDAs and stuff like that. I'm just going to use mine. So when someone comes to me, okay, like I said, I'm going to talk about my paid stuff. Okay, you want my free stuff? Okay, these two, go study them. When someone has finished consuming my free stuff and then they're like, if I work with you, I don't mind investing, but what's going to come out of it? Okay, so first, I'm going to get on a one-on-one call with you. Okay, that's the process. I'm going to listen to everything you've said, okay, what's currently happening in your life, and then we're going to map out a step-by-step strategy. Okay, and this is me coaching you. I'm fully present. Okay, I'm delivering. It's not someone else coaching for me, and I'm teaching you based on what I've done. It's not theory. Okay, it's 5 years of legit full-time experience. And then we're going to establish the foundations of what are we going to do repeatedly, okay, for the next 21 days, 2-3 weeks, okay, to lock in a new series of habits so that whether you're in a 9 to 5, whether you're already closing, okay, what are we going to do to make sure that you consistently get qualified offers, you consistently book quality calls, and you consistently close? Do you need help with your paradigm? And I am going to talk about paradigm today. Do you need help with your brand? And I am going to talk about brand today. Do you need help with your ability to bring calls to your own pipeline? I am going to talk about self-sufficiency today. So depending on where you are, okay, it's a series of it doesn't matter what the sequence is, it all needs to be done concurrently. Okay, but any time in between, from 8 to 45 days, okay, we're going to build these pillars and assets, and we're going to go out, we're going to join teams, we're going to cycle through better and better teams. Okay, do you know that for Daniel, this wasn't his first team? When he closed his 25K deal, this wasn't his first team. Okay, I took him to join a C grade team first, and then a B grade team, and then finally he got into his dream team to close this 25K offer. Okay, this process I call the influencer cycle. Okay, so when the prospect is sold, on the problem and they're sold on your process. They understand themselves, they understand the problem they need to solve, they understand the process that they need to go through. What's all of these? It is a series of decisions. Okay, I've mentioned this decision word time and again, right? Today I've said it so many times, and now I want to ask you, put in the comments, who makes this decision? Because a lot of times when I listen to my students' sales calls, they are telling the prospect. They're telling. And telling is fine, but it's not selling. Because when the sale happens, the prospect decide for themselves. Okay, we are just there as a guide. We are just there to illuminate all these things before the decision. At the end of the day, they are the ones that are going to make the decision and commit to facing themselves, their problems, and utilizing your process, okay, to take their life and goals to the next level. Okay, so if you're sold on your pain, okay, if you're sold on the process, and you've already made a series of decisions all the way from the content to the call to right here, I'm fully in, then we talk about the finances. Because what a lot of people will say is, oh, the prospect say he got no money. There's no such thing as no money. Okay, even if you sold your stuff. You know, all those times I didn't have the money to invest in myself, I never use it as an excuse. If there's something that I really want, okay, I went to work, I went to sell, I went to save. Because you can't tell me that, oh, the investment is 7K and then I will never have 7K for the rest of my life. Is that true? Even if you work at McDonald's for 3-4 hours a day, you deliver food for 3-4 hours a day, you drive Uber or whatever, okay, for 3-4 hours a day, okay, I believe in a month, in 3 months, in 6 months, if not worst case scenario in 1 year, you will arrive at the milestone that you want to hit. You know, so it's never an issue of no money. It's never an issue of no money. It's where is the decision. Because once the decision is in, nothing can stop you. If the prospect really want to do it, there's nothing that's going to stop them. Okay, so don't confuse. The decision is the decision. Okay, we think through it together. I walk you through the whole thing together. Okay, let's talk about the decision. Because if it's not even there, then there's no point talking about the finances. Also, if the decision is there, the finances will be there. Okay, then we set the expectations. Okay, we talk about the ground rules. We talk about the deliverables from both sides, and then we onboard the client. So what is this? This is a series of decisions. It's the principle. It is the law of decision, and it exists throughout. Okay, so now I ask you, okay, as a closer, as a setter, as a business owner, upon 10. How strong, how skilled are you at securing the decision from people, from texting, from your brand, from your conversational skill? You don't tell me about what's the script. Because a lot of you guys watch this training and then you're like, Sean, I really love what you say, and you know your philosophy is really deep, you know, and it's really inspiring. But Sean, how? How do I say this? How do I do this? I need the tools. Okay, if you really want the tools, okay, I don't have the time to train Daniel. I needed 2, 3, 4 months. Okay, I need time to train you. Okay, I cannot just give you everything as much as I would want to. I can't, because I don't know you. I don't know where are you on the curve. Okay, I want you to understand that you don't have a how problem. You absolutely, okay, put it in the comments. Okay, write this down. You absolutely do not have a how problem. Any question that you want to solve, okay, for a decision. What is the strategy? What is the steps? Okay, I can show you right here. Okay, in one of my programs, strategic closing. Okay, from the script, from rapport, from checking who the decision maker is, from the background, the pain, okay, the goals, every single step, okay, how to say what to say, I have documented this in my program. And this applies to everything that I teach. Okay, whatever that I teach right now is not just theory. Okay, the what, the how, the when, the where, the who, the why, it is all documented in all of my programs. So what is my point? My point is there is no question that cannot be answered. There's no how that you cannot learn. 5 years ago when I want to ask how, there's no one to reply me. 5 years ago when I want to ask how, there's no one to teach me. 5 years ago when I want to ask how, there's no one to demonstrate. Okay, today, any question you have, okay, it's all recorded, it's all documented. You just need to go into your members area. You don't know, you ask me, you pull it out, your problem is solved. You absolutely do not have a how problem. Okay, and this is how I teach it. This is how I do it. Okay, I'm sure there are plenty of other scripts and programs that teach how to sell. But if you want my way, if you want what I've actually done, it's all documented. Okay? Self-sufficiency. Self-sufficiency. Do you know that as a remote closer, you don't have a base? You don't have a base salary. Which means that all the sales that you ever close, actually, you know what? If you are a business owner, you don't even have a base salary yourself, right? All the money is from your business. So in that sense, all of us are commission based. Even if you're appointment seller, you might say, hey, I have a base. Okay, don't depend on that base. Okay, the whole issue with living a 9 to 5 is because the salary is the most poisonous addiction you can ever do to us. It limits our growth. It makes us comfortable. It doesn't make us think. Okay, why I can think and do all this is because I'm driven by profit. I'm driven by growth. I'm not driven by a ceiling. So to be self-sufficient, what it means that every day you can secure this. Okay, and this is what my calendar looks like. Every day I have 6-7 calls to take. And some of these calls are given to me by the company. Some of these calls, I go text the prospect myself. A lot of these calls, I go find the prospect myself. Reach out, make a connection. The whole time, decision. Always the whole line is closing. Okay? Because if you don't have this skill to bring people into your pipeline, you know what you are? You're one-dimensional and you are passive and you are extremely vulnerable. Because tomorrow, if this influencer disappeared, which he could, which he has disappeared before, then what do? Do I blame the company? Do I blame him? Do I blame his funnel? No, because this is business. Things are changing all the time. Don't have this idea that once you come into remote closing, everything will be smooth. It won't. This prospect could disappear, the funnel could disappear, the influencer could disappear, and then how? And you complaining, it doesn't solve the issue. You talking about other stuff, it doesn't solve the issue. The only way that you can solve this is to make sure that you know how to find your own prospects, you know how to nurture them, you know how to bring them to calls, and you know how to close them. This is being self-sufficient. And by this point, if you have seen my other trainings, okay, complete setup, remote closing, you're gonna ask me how. Okay, so here's how. This is one of my core programs. Okay, it's bundled together with strategic closing. And in here, okay, I cover where are all the touch points to gather your ideal clients. Okay, how do you systemize the process? Okay, what are some examples you can model after? What is the psychology? The why, the how, the who, when, where, what. It's all inside here. Okay, there's no question that you have and then it can't be solved. It's all here. All the how is here. Okay, this is my best work. That's why I'm charging for this. Okay, It's called strategic setting. Okay, and there's convo closer as well. Okay, this is the art of closing on chat. This was a launch I did a couple months back. Okay, so all the examples, okay, and you can use this for anything. Okay, these are the demonstrations that I've done. If you are a setter and you want to use this to close a company on why you are the right choice, you see a lot of these posts these days, right? Like, hey, I'm a setter, hire me. This is my niche. I'm open to everything. This is my time zone. Okay, what does that demonstrate? It demonstrates nothing. It's an open pitch. Okay, so what if you could take these skills, okay, and you could say, I'm green, I have no experience, okay, but I've been trained by Sean, and here's what I've done. Okay, if you're a setter, you can take this skill and go to a company and close them on why you are the best candidate. If you are a closer, you can also use this skill to book calls for yourself. If you are a business owner, you can use this to do both. So in my mind, it's like this is the most important skill, the ability to be self-sufficient and bring a cold prospect who doesn't know you, who doesn't like you, who doesn't trust you, to bring them on a call so that every day you have calls. Isn't this a pillar that should be present throughout? Okay, so for sales calls, every stage in the call is documented. Okay, for texting, for closing on chat, every stage, every angle, it's all documented. There's no how question that these programs cannot answer. Okay, brand. What is brand to you? Okay, it's one thing to teach theory and say, hey, personal brand, personal brand, personal brand. Network, add value. Okay, I wouldn't learn from someone who says that, because anyone can say that. I want to see where is your brand. Okay, what's the purpose of brand? It's not to add value. What's the purpose of brand? It's not to network. The purpose of brand is to build trust. And why do we want to build trust? Okay, when you watch these two trainings, okay, you will see that companies, they are reaching out inbound to me, to my students, to say, can you work for me? Can you close for me? Can you set for me? And even when we say that we have no experience, the company is still like, I want you. You are my top choice. You are my top candidate. I want you to close for me. They are coming here to close us, to close for them. We are not going to them. Okay. When your brand can achieve that, okay, I want to learn from you. You don't tell me network and add value. That is really impractical advice that I don't even know how to implement. Okay, so how did we achieve this? Okay, first you got to understand that the whole process of building trust is because you are showing who you are. Like right now when I make content like this, I'm showing who I am. And who are you? You are an appointment setter in this context. Okay, you are a closer or you are a business owner, and you see you are working, right? You're taking calls, you're studying, you're developing yourself as a business person, as a human being, through your personal development, like everything you do. It's you, right? It's you. Your brand is just an expression of that. If you take a call, you talk about it. If you booked a call, you talk about it. If you're building a business, you talk about it. And then when you study. Okay, you synthesize. You put them together. You make it your own. Okay, I see people copy stuff. I see people steal stuff. Okay, that one, no substance. You want substance, you take it, you internalize it, you test it, you synthesize. And then you share. Where do you share? You share all across your social media. And if you ask me, I would very much want you to have a central place, okay, where you can speak to your ideal client. Whether you're a business owner, whether you're a seller or closer, okay, whether you're searching for a company, it doesn't matter. But you want to have this one central place where you can put everything together and talk to your ideal client. In this case, if I'm a closer, okay, and I want a qualified offer, I will call them out and say that, hey, are you looking for your next proven closer? Okay, that's me. Okay, and what is my process? Okay, what have I done before? What have I established? How can we connect? Okay, what is my track record? And if you have nothing, upload a role play. If you have nothing, upload a mock text conversation. Doesn't matter. Just put something in there. But you want to have something, okay, for a start. And then this now becomes your brand. And the more you show yourself, the more you build your brand. Okay, and you don't have to be something you're not. Whatever, if you're 2 weeks old, say you're 2 weeks old. If you're 2 months old, as in the experience you have, just say it. Because this is going to grow, you are going to improve. So when you have nothing and you tell the truth, when you have something, people know that you're telling the truth because they can look back at your work and they can check and they can verify that he is telling the truth. This is who he is. And if you're really, really good, like at the start I said, commit to your mastery. Even if you're 3, 4, 5 stars, okay, and it shows, you're already way, way ahead of those people without anything. Okay, and again, you're going to ask, hey, Sean, how am I going to do exactly this? Okay, here's how. Okay, this is a unique closer brand training, okay, that I've launched a couple of months back as well. So exactly how to build your brand, it's all documented here. Okay, again, it's bundled with strategic setting, it's bundled with strategic closing. Okay, and now I want to talk about paradigm. So up to this point, okay, put in the comments, is it clear that you cannot miss any single one of this? The art of getting someone to a decision, the art of being self-sufficient, the art of securing your brand. You cannot miss any of this, and these pillars needs to be worked on and invested and executed upon consistently, daily. Especially if you are a business owner, you know very well what I'm talking about. Okay, these are the pillars that you built. It's a funny thing, like we put in so much effort to build these pillars, and then these pillars effortlessly manifest success for us. You know what I'm saying? But then a lot of people, they just want the success. They don't want to invest in building these pillars. Like when I sleep, results are coming in. When I sleep, money is coming in. When I sleep, calls are coming in. But it's because I've worked so hard to build this pillar so that I don't have to work hard. That's the life of an entrepreneur. And what do you think is the most important thing? Okay, that's the foundation of all this foundation. If you ask me, it's your paradigm. Okay, it's here and it's here. It's never a how problem. If you want to ask, how do I get calls like this? Okay, how can I learn how to close with confidence? Okay, I can train you. I can teach you. I can show you all the how. I can point you to the steps. I can train you on the steps. I can question you. I can program it into your subconscious. So I really need to be clear. I really need to emphasize that we don't have a how problem. At this day and age, we don't have a how problem. If you ask me, most of the time, when people don't get the results they want, it's all in the paradigm. Okay, our paradigm is like a tree. Okay, it wasn't formed last night. It was formed like 20, 30 years ago. Belief after belief, belief after belief, belief after belief. Could be from your upbringing, could be from your parents, could be from yourself, okay? And the beliefs are just there. Then by the time we come out to work, okay, we know that all I need to do is just go into this module and pull out this piece, and then I practice. Yeah, I can do it, right? I don't have enough leads. I come here, I train, I text. I just take my phone and I text. The phone is not very heavy. I can just lift it up and then I text someone right now, right? I can pull out a piece of training and then I study, I analyze, I implement right now. The phone is not that heavy, but for some people, the phone is the heaviest thing in the world. They just cannot lift it. Why? Because the paradigm finds a way. You know, when you have limiting beliefs and you don't know it, or when you have limiting beliefs and you don't face it, it will find a way to shut it down. You come to the members area, the members area not working. You switch on your Wi-Fi, you have a sales call, the Wi-Fi not working. And suddenly Zoom is not working. You know, I have students that come into my program and then they open their eyes to what's possible. They see their potential. They see that, oh, I just need to follow what Sean is saying and I can do it. And then you know what happens? 2 weeks they fall sick. 2 weeks they have a severe migraine. They've never fallen sick before. They've never had a migraine before. And they come this close. They come this close to closing. You know, Daniel, okay, before he closed this. So for us, we see, oh, boom, he closed, right? But we don't know the backstory. Is that he come this close to this sale, something happened in his family. He come this close to a breakthrough, his whole computer shut down. He come this close to a breakthrough. Something has to happen. Why? Okay, self-sabotage. That's what it is. It could happen externally and seem like a coincidence. It could happen internally and seem like a coincidence. Let me tell you, there is no such thing as coincidence when it comes to your paradigm. Whatever you are experiencing right now is because your paradigm has decided that you're going to be there. So people try and they use their logical mind and they push. But I would say that actually most people, they know that deep down it's a confidence thing, or it's a permission thing, or it's a belief thing that says that if I come this close to making money, I'm going to spend it. If I come this close to making money, whether it's landing an influencer or a dream client, or landing your clothes, if I come this close to making money, I'm going to sabotage it. So for that reason, a lot of people, I check their brand. Yeah, they have the brand. You know, I check their ability to book calls. Yeah, they can book calls. I listen to the sales call. Yeah, they can close. And why no results? Sometimes they couldn't be firm enough. No confidence. Sometimes they are consistent, but they're just going through the motion because they don't have the understanding. Sometimes they have the brand, but deep down they don't believe in their brand. So when I trace all these things, I would say they have the hardware, but somewhere inside this thing, they don't have what I call the inner fire. The inner fire to say that I believe in myself. I don't know how, but I believe in myself. I don't know how, but I will do it. I believe in myself. It doesn't matter what happened before. It doesn't matter what my parents told me. It doesn't matter what other people say. I believe in myself. I can and I will. And now you have this inner fire to cut through your obstacles. The influencer don't reply, you know how to solve. The prospect ghosted you, you know how to solve. You had a bad month, you know how to bounce back. You have that. Okay, so because of that, I created this program called the Inner Fire. Okay, I have a student called Broderick. He actually didn't study any of this. He just went straight to this. Okay, and then he closed his first week. He made almost 10K. Sorry, his first month, he already almost crossed 10K in USD cash collector. Okay, I'm not saying this program manifests your money, but it's because he already had the skills. He just needed to learn how to find himself on the inside. Okay, so this entire program it documents my entire understanding of I want to achieve something, but I don't have the internal thing in me, okay, to navigate out of it. Okay, that's why I created Inner Fire. So these 4 laws, how important is it to have? Because people are buying, techniques, and they are training their tonality. My tonality, I never really take a course on that. Okay, what straight line, curve line. I don't even remember most of my techniques. Okay, a lot of times I speak from my heart, I speak from my experience, I speak from what my truth is, and I just let it flow. Okay, I don't even have a script for today's training. I just piece a bunch of slides together and I wanted to say what's in my heart. Okay, so these laws, how important are they? Techniques aside, okay, games aside. If you have this, you will know it, right? So the way that I built this for myself, the way I built it for my students, okay, strategic branding for your brand, inner fire for your paradigm, strategic setting, okay, for your self-sufficiency, and strategic closing for you to secure the decision. When you have all of this, what happens? You are the complete closer. Okay. So this is my process, and if you already know who I am and you know what my work is about, and you want to go deeper into working with me either now or down the road, okay, like I said earlier, you can consume my free stuff, you know, you can go give it a go on your own and, you know, see how things go, or you can get the bundle and study at your own time, or you can go direct to working with me. Okay, this is my process. It's very straightforward. Everything is neatly organized and sorted out. Okay. And the full area looks like this. Okay. So there will be a Google Drive, okay, for me to see everything that you're doing. Okay, we start with foundations. Okay. We forge a brand. Okay. What to do daily. So you don't have a how problem, okay? Whatever you can possibly ask, people have asked me before. Whatever you're possibly dealing with, people have dealt and overcome it with me before, and that's why I put it here. Chances are I've probably gone through what you feel you're stuck at. Whether it's a how or why or what problem, it is all here. Identity, the influencer cycle, becoming complete. You have some bonuses here. Okay, all the previous launches that I've done and I will do, you will get them for free as well. So what this means, you know what this means? This means that everything and anything that I have ever created and I will create, okay, for one payment of just $497. If you head over to SeanSena.com/bundle, if you want to self-study, you head over to SeanSena.com/bundle. Everything that I have and will ever create, okay, you have lifetime access. Okay, these are all the things that I've created before, so I've just bundled them together. Okay, then you scroll down here, the green button, $497. Okay, lifetime access. Lifetime access. All updates. You can study this at your own time, especially if you are in a 9-to-5, okay, or you want a low-risk way to experience what working with me is like. This is your best solution. And I would much rather you invest your money here, because at least you're learning from someone who's actually done exactly all the things that you're trying to do. And if anything, I can walk you through the specific obstacles, because I'm right here. You know, it's not someone else coaching for me. It's not theory that anybody can copy and parrot. This is real stuff. You go through it and then you know. Okay? For those of you that want to work directly with me, you want my time, you want my presence, you want me as your personal strategist. You want me to dig deep, okay, and bring out the absolute best in you. To train you, to coach you, to mentor you, for you to shadow me directly, head over to SeanSena.com/complete. You will arrive on this page right here, okay, and read through what my offer entails. Okay, and there will be a green box. When you click on this, you will land on this application form. I want you to fill up this form, and then someone on my team will reach out and make a connection if it is a fit. So these are the ways that I can best support you. Okay, do it yourself, study with me, or get coached directly with me. At the end of the day, whether you do it my way, whether you do it your way, it doesn't matter. Okay, these laws that I've explained, I hope that it makes perfect sense. Okay, that When you're self-sufficient, you know. Okay, when people start texting you and coming to you and they are reaching out to you, whether it's a prospect, whether it's a potential client, whether it's a business owner, whatever it is, okay, that is your brand. It means that you've successfully sold them on who you are. Your brand is just an extension of who you are. Okay, when you can secure trust, your brand is established. When people come to you, because at the end of the day, all the money you make, all the success that you have is because people trust you. Okay, if you ask me, trust is the ultimate currency. Self-sufficiency is the ultimate form of independence. And whether you talk to your loved ones, your family, your kids, your friends, your prospects, your business owners, closing them is really about getting them to the right decision for both you and them to win. And at the end of it all, the key that opens every door, the master key that opens every door that you want to open, it's all in your paradigm. Okay, so this is the laws of close. I hope it gives you a deeper and clearer perspective of everything that I have to offer. Okay, and if you have questions, you have anything you want to go through, okay, you need the links for the bundle, for complete, okay, or you have something to clarify with me, okay, just drop me a message. Reach out, say, hey Sean, I've seen your laws of close training and I have questions about this, I have questions about this, I have questions about your bundle, I have a question about your mentorship, or I just want to, talk to you about some things. Okay, just reach out on social media and check out the links in the description. And yeah, that's all I have for you for today's premiere of the laws of close. I'm excited for your next steps. I want to hear your wins of the opportunities that you've landed, the calls you've booked, the companies you've joined, the deals you've closed, especially if you are a business owner and you are actually applying all these things as well. Okay, I'm really excited for what's possible for you, what you can do to build your business, your brand, your life to the next level. And as always, any comments, questions, or feedback, send them my way. And I will see you in my next video. Until next time, it's Sean Sena. Have a great day.